What would you say are the chances of snowfall today in Monroe? Slim to none, right? Well, if the chances of snowfall in Monroe today are slim to none, you can be sure that the chances of snowfall in Rome, Italy today are just none. If you've ever been to Rome at this time of year, you know that it's unbearably hot. And yet many years ago, right at this time of the year, there was a snowfall in Rome, Italy. In the year 358, the Blessed Virgin Mary appeared to a Roman nobleman named John and to the Pope at the time, Pope Liberius, and she predicted a miraculous snowfall. And she told them, "I want you to build a church in my honor on the hill where the snow falls." Shortly thereafter, on August 5th, 358, snow fell on the Esquiline Hill in Rome. And John and the Pope received the sign that was promised to them by the Blessed Virgin Mary. They then built a chapel, a large church actually, on that very hill, and it was named Our Lady of the Snows. All the churches in the world today named Our Lady of the Snows are named in honor of that first church built on that hill in honor of that miraculous snowfall. And to this day, if you go to that church on August 5th, thousands of white rose petals are dropped from the ceiling during Mass as the Gloria is sung in honor of that miraculous snowfall, something only the Italians could think of. Well, less than 100 years later, that church in honor of Our Lady of the Snows was rebuilt and renamed. So today the feast day is the dedication of Saint Mary Major. In Italy they call it Santa Maria Maggiore. That is the church that was Our Lady of the Snows. And it was renamed in the middle of the 400s because of a major decision that was made by a church council called the Council of Ephesus. Now, I don't want to get too academic on you at 9 o'clock in the morning, but this council, the Council of Ephesus, happened in 431. It was the fourth major ecumenical council, and it was the council that declared Mary to be the Mother of God. And to make it really simple, there were some people in the church who were arguing that you should only call Mary the Mother of Jesus. You should never call her the Mother of God, because they said if you call her the Mother of God, it'll sound like she existed before God and nobody existed before God. Therefore, you should only call her the Mother of Jesus. But other people who loved Mary very much said, no, Mary should be called the Mother of God. Jesus is God. Mary is Jesus' mother. Therefore, Mary is the Mother of God. It's a simple syllogism. And at the Council of Ephesus, the Catholic Church officially declared that Mary indeed ought to be called the Mother of God. Theotokos in Greek. That was 431, and in honor of that major decision, the Church of Our Lady of the Snows was rebuilt, rededicated, and renamed Santa Maria Maggiore. And if you go to Rome today, it's one of the 4 patriarchal basilicas. And it also houses the manger that the baby Jesus was placed in at his birth. It houses the famous picture of Mary's salvation of the Roman people. And it was the first church that Pope Francis visited right after he was elected in order to dedicate his papacy to the Blessed Virgin Mary. So today we don't just celebrate the church building of Mary Major. Today is really a celebration of Mary's title as Mother of God. That's why we have a celebration of a particular church. It's a celebration of Mary as Mother of God. And anytime we talk about Mary as Mother of God, it should make us immediately think about Mary's motherhood towards us. Mary truly is a mother towards us. Jesus gave her to us from the cross when he gave her to St. John. And just like any good mother, Mary really loves us. She's really interested in the smallest details of our lives, and she's ready to help us in the most minute matters the moment we call out and ask her for help. Just a couple days ago, I was reading about a Frenchman who was a Catholic who was put into a concentration camp during World War II because he was part of the French resistance fighting against the Nazis. And he was very short and very skinny and very weak. And they were making him and the other prisoners do very hard labor. And if you couldn't keep up with the work, they would kill you on the spot. And this man, one day, they had to carry large boulders. So he went to find the smallest boulder he could because he knew he didn't have a lot of strength. And as soon as they saw him pick a boulder that was too small, several Nazis surrounded him and began screaming at him right away to pick up a bigger boulder. So he tried to pick up this big boulder, but it was too heavy for him. And he knew that he couldn't do it. And if he couldn't pick it up, they were going to kill him on the spot. So what did he do? He cried out, "Mary, help me." And according to this man's testimony, the minute he said that prayer, the boulder became as light as a feather. And he said, I'm not exaggerating, I'm not saying feather for hyperbole. The boulder literally became the weight of a feather. He said he was able to carry it like a piece of confetti. And he saved his life, and he was rescued from that concentration camp. All because he called out to our Blessed Mother. She's there, and she's ready to help us. And we shouldn't be embarrassed about her. And we shouldn't become too Protestant in America, and we don't want to offend people, so we talk all about Jesus and not about Mary. We have to talk about Mary too. She's our mom. Don't be embarrassed of your mother. And she wants to help us. Not only is she the mother of Jesus, not only is she the mother of God, but she's our mother too. Run to her with confidence in the smallest matters and smallest problems of your life, and she will come to your aid as soon as you call upon her.